Campana ting ting, campana ting ting, anda. Camina. Bom bom boro. Bom bom boro.
I have folklorico shoes. Now here's the advice I was going to tell you if you have other dance shoes. Dance sneakers, jazz shoes that have suede. I've seen people come in with ballet slippers without the point, obviously, and they work. Whatever works. There's the socks that look like a shoe on the bottom. Those work. Part of the problem with those is that you're gonna get stepped on. A lot of the men don't purchase shoes for long periods of time. If you're dancing in the classes, I don't know if locally where you are that your studio is still doing classes, but when they do, if you have a partner, they're gonna step on your foot. So it's really better to have like a real shoe than that sock slipper thing. It's really better to have a shoe and wear some sort of protection on your toes, like a sock or a stocking. It's not a lot, the stockings and the nylons. It's not a lot, but it's sort of just that added tight compression so that you don't get hurt. I don't know. Everything extra is good. So that's my advice for shoes. If you've been in ballet folklorico, the beginner shoes in ballroom are almost the same. You can get a really chunky heel, like a theatrical shoe. Works for smooth dances, but if you're getting into salsa, cha-cha, rumba, you want something with an open toe. So smooth shoes have a closed toe, and Latin rhythm shoes have an open toe. And you can get them strappy, you can have them cover the top. There's so many styles and so many websites and so many shoes. This style is not really that important, I think, in salsa competitions and like intermediate and under ballroom competitions. They advise you to wear a nude colored or copper colored, whatever looks better on your skin tone, shoe instead of black, because the black is a little bit more striking. It's going to grab your eye towards the foot. And if you're not really a advanced dancer and you don't really have a great turnout, or you miss steps every now and again, but you're able to sort of get back in, like recover. If that happens to you a lot, and that happens a lot in intermediate, beginners, intermediate level, you don't want the focus on your feet. You want the focus more on your technique, right? And for a lot of people in the beginning who didn't take dance as a child, say you're my age, and you're starting dance, you may not have a turnout naturally. So if you decide to enter a competition, at whatever level you're at, beginners have competitions too. You can compete as a newcomer. And so if you want to do that, the focus should not be on your feet. They will tell you that. If they don't tell you that, then they're setting you up to lose. So you have a better chance if you have a gold shoe. That's why I got these, and I went to the salsa competition. Everybody in that competition had gold shoes. Of course, I was entering an amateur. I was an amateur, so every amateur had gold shoes. And the professionals had a little bit more stylish shoes. So that's kind of the way it works. To get a more stylish shoe, you're basically saying, I know what I'm doing. But for men, you can wear this shoe thing is the same, but I think that my teacher in his same-sex competition, he wore black like practice shoes with the big chunk heel. It's a lot of practice, to get into those heels, even for a professional. But they won first place in those shoes, by the way. Just regular black shoes. I think his partner has really fancy like what do you call it? The really shiny black shoes. I've seen his shoes before and they're fancy. But girls can wear their shoes too. Some of them are unisex, but you can get men. They will just tell you your size in men's, or some sites sell the same style for women. It just depends on where you go, but you can get really nice shoes in all different styles for both men and women. And like, I really liked the black practice shoes, these pair of shoes that I saw on a website. So I asked the website, I emailed them and I asked them, hey, do you sell these in women's sizes? And they said, well, what size are you in women's? So I responded back with my shoe size, and they said that would be a size such as, I forgot, this is like a size 4 or 5 in men's. You could wear the same shoe, is what they said. And so it's not just to sell you a shoe. You can wear the shoes. They're comfortable and they're made to dance in. And dance shoes, just in general, are a little bit narrower. So that's why I suggest to people with wider feet to get them custom made, because the regular dance shoes are a little bit narrower. That's why if you ask to wear a men's shoe, they're gonna be like, it's fine, because it'll fit a regular foot. But they are probably a little bit more comfortable, maybe a little bit wider. I didn't actually buy them, so I can't really tell you. But as far as money goes, for a basic practice shoe, you don't have to spend a lot. You can just get theatrical shoes and wear them to class, as long as you're not in competition, whatever your feet likes. If your feet doesn't like them, don't wear them. I have so many cuts and bruises, like scars from these shoes that I showed you that are not my favorite shoes. The first couple months that I wore them, they were digging. So when I got these new shoes, I spent about 15 minutes a day, for like 2 weeks, just pulling them apart in my sensitive areas where it digs on my foot. And you can do other things to them to make them softer on the toe part. If you have I have like weird toe issues, but I just pull them and they stretch. The thing about these shoes is that they stretch. I got the kind of this, it holds your toe in a little bit better. These strappy things, because of my particular toe issue, my toe falls through these things. So I have to get the kind with the mesh. If you have the same little toe problem that I have, the mesh really helps to keep them in, but they're tighter. They're way tighter. They still stretch. So you can stretch them, and don't worry, they won't break unless you stretch from here. If you stretch like this, they'll probably break. But you want to stretch like from the middle here. And they will stretch out just like as if you wore them. So if you stretch them 15 minutes a day over a 2-week period, it's like you've been wearing them for a couple of days, right? And you can get shoe stretchers. If you have a shoe stretcher, you can try it, but I asked a lot of people about shoe stretchers. They said that it could do it too much. You might do it too much, and then it really just won't fit anymore, and you'll hate it. So it's up to you. Try new things in stretching your shoes. Don't spend too much money, but I would say I've had shoes that were only $30, and they were ridiculously uncomfortable. They looked cute. I wore them for like an hour, and that was it. I couldn't I couldn't keep them on, and the next time I wore them, it hurt really bad. So I would suggest spending, like, Very Fine is probably the cheapest brand I would buy in Ballroom Shoes. There's some other comparable brands to Very Fine that are in the same price range, and I've seen other people wear them. So check that out on Amazon. I wouldn't spend any less than $60. I know it's a lot of money, but as far as folklorico shoes, I was just gonna say it's the same thing. If you like folklorico shoes, me personally Mexican ballet folklorico, traditional Mexican dancing, you know, with the dresses. The shoes have nails in them, so you can't wear those nails to the dance studio. But if you have your favorite shoemaker and you can get the shoes without nails, you can practice in those. If you're just used to that shoe and you want to take a ballroom, you could get one of those shoes, because I know when I got my folklorico shoes, they were only $60. That was a long time ago. I don't know if they raised the price, but I think that without the nails, they're cheaper. So if that's a comfortable shoe for you, just use those. If you happen to have a pair without nails, just use those. It works because they've got that smoother bottom. And I'll try to add a picture right here for you of suedes. You can buy suede. If you have nails on the bottom of your shoe or whatever, I don't suggest taps. But for things like theatrical shoes and even your tennis shoes or nice dress shoes, a pair of heels that are really comfortable for you. You can dance in them, but they're not really ballroom. So you can go and get this suede stuff from Amazon, cut it out, and put it on the bottom of your shoe. But you don't have to do the heel. It's better if you do the heel, if you have a chunkier heel, but you don't have to do the heel. The suede is mainly for your toes, so you can slip and slide and turn and stuff like that. But however, if you have nails on the bottom of your shoe, you want to put it on the heels. Yeah, because the studio owners will get really upset with you if you take nails into their wooden floors. So, but seriously, my Ba.Bl folklorico shoes were probably the most comfortable things I've ever had, and I just wish I had them without nails, so I could use them for this. Let's see. Any other types of dance shoes? If you know any other types of dance shoes or have a question about something else in the shoe department, as far as ballroom, leave me a comment below. I'll try to get back to you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been informative for you, and I have much more information to come in the future for beginners and intermediates in ballroom dance. And I appreciate you following and watching. So if you could, there's some links below to the Ba.Bl on Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me, or you can follow Wesley, or just the web page itself. You can subscribe to us. In fact, if you really like this video and the content that we provide for you, because it's only going to get better, but we cannot do it if we have nobody to do it for. So please subscribe right there, which I was going to be right here. Subscribe button is so. Thank you once again for watching, for subscribing. I will see you later.